Talks with Zay, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about this. So stay tuned.
Y'all, it's not looking good for Cierra. Apparently, there are reports going around that Love Island USA executives are holding crisis meetings about the slur that she used on her Instagram story. If y'all don't know, there's an Instagram story screenshot floating around of Cierra using a slur towards Asian people, and that's also a part of the reason why she lost so many fucking followers. Not to mention, it looks like more than half of her following is bought. Let me tell you more about this report because it's actually fucking insane. So apparently the Love Island executives are saying she's in big trouble. They're saying the word's unacceptable and they were surprised that she would even use that word to begin with. Apparently everybody on the staff is pissed. That's what is being alleged in the report. The insider says we're gonna hold a meeting to decide what we should do, but it doesn't look great for Cierra at all, as a lot of us want to take her out of the show as soon as possible. And honestly, they fucking should. Because if Yalissa's gonna get taken out of the show for using a slur, so should Cierra. She should not get special treatment at all. I don't care how far along on the show she is. And to be honest, it's a problem anyway, because why are people with this shit even getting cast for this show? It's actually fucking insane. Like, at this point, I'm losing track. I'm losing track for how problematic some of these damn people on the cast are. We obviously saw that she wasn't eliminated from tonight's episode, but there are a lot of people calling for Peacock and Love Island to give her the boot. So hopefully they do the right thing and they remove her immediately. But let me know your guys' thoughts. This is fucking insane.
Someone who used to work behind the scenes in reality television, but has also been approached by networks to be on reality television shows. This is why you should not blame production or casting agents or anybody like that for letting people like Cierra slip through the cracks. Why? Because from behind the scenes, a production standpoint, think about it like a first date, a job interview. You are sitting down. I used to sit down with these people, getting to know them on like who they were in that moment of time, who they want to become in the future. Yes, questions asked like, what is something you've had to overcome in the past, or like a challenge you faced and how you changed it. Very much like a job interview, okay? Nobody is going to sit down in a job interview or on a first date and be like, yeah, this is what I've said about certain groups of people that are highly offensive and could get me canceled. Nobody is going to admit that on a first date or a second date or a third date. Comes to
Cierra definitely thinks she's about to win Love Island. And not to be a psychology whore, but she's definitely read the 48 Laws of Power, and if not that, The Art of Seduction. I think she's read both, but you can tell in every single move she is making on this island. I know everybody mad at everybody else on the island, but y'all need to pay attention to Cierra. See her with Nick. Yes, y'all say every single time she gets threatened, she throws her cat at Nick. But that woman believes she is seducing Nicholas. Like, in her mind, that is her power of seduction. When you read The Art of Seduction, or you read any of those seduction books, you know that you have to keep doing it. Whatever your process of seduction is, you have to continue to do it, or the person that you're seducing will flip on you. That is going to happen with Cierra, with Nick. We saw a glimpse of Nick flipping or turning when he actually got to his ideal type every single time. But the one thing about Cierra is she has studied her target. One, Cierra did not believe that Alandria was somebody that Nick is interested in. We're watching the show, so we know that he is. But for her, that's not a threat. Belle/A was. And to me, her process is just the process of a Libra ruled by Venus. They use their body as the thing to seduce, whatever the heck. But my biggest thing is, when her and Iris sat with each other. To me, that was two Libras. That was two dumb women telling each other exactly, not to call them stupid, but you know the meme. Like, she didn't feel a way about Landry because she didn't see her as a threat until Iris was like, nah, girl, like, should nobody ever be on your man? But mind you, nobody in this villa is closed off. So for your friend to stay, she had to mess with this man. And because Cierra is so dang on agreeable with, like, it makes my flesh crawl how agreeable she is. She literally, she's not gonna say nothing. She'll talk about her on your back and say one thing, then come to your face and do another thing. That's why this male episode was like, like, you didn't have this energy when you was alone with this person. You didn't have this energy when you didn't have a group of people backing you up. In your mind, you think she like Ace to me. They're not similar in that way, but they think they run in this villa. Like, okay, you're not winning, but I mean, safe to say you think you are, because the way she just acted during this male episode, I was like, wow. And she got the right target. A Pisces man. He does not mind being love bombed. He don't mind somebody using their body. Like, what? Heck yeah, come here. I use my body too. Like, they going crazy. And it's not just on a zodiac sign thing, but I mean, look at it.
Ariana Madix and Love Island USA producers are finally weighing in on the Cierra controversy, and all I can say is it's not looking good for Cierra. Did you guys notice that Cierra was basically nowhere to be found during last night's episode? Production pretty much edited her out of the entire episode. I think she had one confessional the entire night. And I think this actually shows us that producers are actively working to figure out how to get Cierra off the show. And Ariana's latest comment on TikTok proves that there is definitely stuff going on behind the scenes. People are flooding Ariana's comment section about this controversy. She did reply to one comment that says, "Just want to get this right. You can repost 17 videos in less than 24 hours, most of them about left-leaning views regarding immigrants and the big beautiful bill, yet you're completely silent on what Cierra said. Interesting." Ariana replied and said, "Not silent. You don't know what you're talking about." This proves to me that there are definitely conversations going on behind the scenes about what to do with Cierra. And if I know Ariana, I know that this is something that Ariana absolutely will not stand for or align herself with. We are almost to the end of the show, and I have a theory about how production is actually going to handle this. I think that they are going to finish out the season just like they did last night's episode, pretty much cut Cierra out of the narrative. I honestly don't know if at this point they're actually going to kick her out of the villa and off the show, but this will definitely take away her chances of winning, which I think was her goal in the first place.
Oh, we gotta have an uncomfortable conversation about Cierra. And y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all always do, so let me get ready. Do I like Cierra on TV? Absolutely not. I don't really care for her. I don't really like her action. She's just not my cup of tea. Do I also feel like other people dislike Cierra? Absolutely. But do I like her enough to put such a strong characteristic on her back? No, because I don't think she was intentionally trying to be racist. From the context of what I saw from the post with the C word, it seems like she was just, describing her eyes. And listen, not saying it's right, because I too just found out that this is a slur. I too just found out the implications of this word. So I had to be like, oh wow. But I think she was saying it more so as a physical description of herself. The illicit situation, everybody knows the N-word is offensive. That's universally known. This situation is revealing some stuff to her, and it is a learning lesson. I think that it's very much so. It's a very learning lesson. But 2025 eyes looking at a 2015 post, we have unlearned these things for a reason. That era was just unhinged. People used to just throw around the F word. People just used to say like, oh, that's we had so many words that was thrown out so freely, and now we know we shouldn't say that. And I think that's what's going on in this case. And that's not to defend Cierra or be like, oh, y'all doing too much, because it's valid. It's just adding another dialogue to this uncomfortable conversation,
This whole time I'm trying to figure out, what did Cierra say? That's crazy. Because imagine if somebody who didn't look like me was like, yeah, my nose looks a little niggerish when I do. Like, come on, Cierra. The C word? Be for real.
Do you understand how racist some of these people have to be to know these slurs? I didn't even know that was a slur. How do you know these things?
Sorry to interrupt, Cierra. We're gonna have to ask you to leave. No, not you, Nick. You're good, bro. We got some new bombshells coming into the house real soon for you. But no, Cierra, you made a post about your eyes. Little racist. Yeah, you're a racist. So we're gonna have to ask you to leave. Kinda do you like we did Yulissa. No, your bag's already packed, so just come on. No, stop crying. Come on.
Cierra is now commenting on Nick Alandria edits. Yes, they have hit the second tower, and it seems that she's hinting that her and Nick are gonna get back together outside of the villa. So Cierra just liked this new picture of Nick and Alandria together on Instagram, and the caption is, and so it was written in the stars. And remember, Nick's family loves Nick Alandria. They were literally kicking their feet in glee when Nick chose Alandria the night that Cierra got kicked off. Nick's parents also made a cake to celebrate Nick Alandria, and now a lot of people are saying that Cierra is bitter and angry at Alandria because Alandria literally swooped in the same day that Cierra had left. Nick went from looking like this with Cierra. Now people are noticing that Nick is so much more happier. This is where it gets more worser. After Cierra's apology last night, where she decided to wear a sweatshirt that says empathy and a jade necklace, people were noticing that Cierra was commenting on Nick Alandria edits. The page that she commented on is a Cierra fan page, and Cierra's comments are pretty cryptic. And so far, none of the Islanders have seemed to reach out to Cierra or comment since her apology last night. Cierra commented on this Nick Alandria edit. What's meant to be will always be. Do you think that her and Nick are gonna get back together?